There are similarities in the behavior of people with borderline personality disorder and those with narcissistic personality disorder. According to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, these conditions fall in the same cluster. People who suffer from them have a distorted sense of self, and their behavior can be unstable, moody, emotional, overly dramatic, and erratic. They also seem to be magnetized by each other. Here are several reasons why. Make sure to watch until number 1 because it explains why they keep going back for more. Number 7. Forming attachments. Both borderlines and narcissists are quick to form intense romantic attachments without knowing much about their potential partner. They bond very quickly and intensely. Most other people wouldn't rush into a decision like this. They would take their time to get to know the other person, introduce them to friends, spend time with them, and see how they behave in different situations. They want to see how the other person behaves around their friends and in different social situations. How do they behave in the good times and the bad? How did they react when faced with the actions of a toxic colleague or after having a bad day at work? Most people would really want to spend time with a potential partner before they commit to a relationship. The borderline is needy and clingy and feels that having a partner will ensure that they don't get lonely. Even when they become aware that the relationship is built on shaky ground, they still find it hard to leave. They'd rather stay in an unhappy relationship than face being alone. They're afraid of taking that step because they feel insecure and unable to deal with life's challenges. Narcissists find partners that will make them feel good, who admire them. This is what their self-esteem needs. An uncritical, supportive fan who adores them no matter what. They don't need much more than that, and as superficial as that may seem, it means that they don't even care whether the two of them are compatible. It is not a solid foundation for a relationship, meaning that things can also end very quickly. In the end, the borderline and narcissist want completely different things. The narcissist wants admiration and confirmation of how wonderful they are. Their self-esteem has to be boosted all the time. The borderline wants to be loved unconditionally. Number 6. Shared intimacy issues. Narcissists and borderlines lack what psychotherapists call whole object relations and object constancy. Whole object relations refers to the ability to see the positive and negative aspects of another person at the same time. This ability develops during childhood and is related to how the child is treated by the parents, regardless of their behavior. People who don't employ whole object relations might perceive another person to be one of the extremes, either all good or all bad, but not both. It is also possible to alternate between the two and to sometimes perceive the other person as one and then the other. This implies ignoring for the moment everything that happened in the past that would confirm the other side. Neither narcissist nor borderline personalities can see the bigger picture and might shift between these opposites multiple times during the day. People who don't have whole object relations also lack object constancy. This means they can't feel positive towards someone when they're angry with the other person or feeling hurt by them. Narcissists and borderlines are also unable to maintain an emotional connection to someone who is not around. Out of sight, out of mind. These shared intimacy issues increase the chances of them falling in love with each other. Number 5. Wearing masks. If the narcissist and borderline are more mature, they will realize what their own challenges and limitations are. The mask that the narcissist is wearing is that of always being strong and able to handle anything. The front that the borderline presents is that of being okay, of not showing the childhood injuries that they carry with them. Both are prone to self-destructive behavior and taking unnecessary risks. Both can be dishonest. Each of them may project their own emotions onto the other. It can become an ongoing cycle of negativity, grievances, and shame. If you're enjoying this video, then make sure to subscribe and leave a comment saying, "I subscribed," and we will personally reply to your comment. Number 4. Fulfilling needs. Each sees in the other someone who can fulfill their needs. The idea is that the other provides certain completeness and feels like a perfect match. The borderline sees that the narcissist has qualities that they don't have. They admire the narcissist's confidence at levels which they themselves will never reach. They see in the narcissist someone who is able to accomplish things that they can't. Just being with the narcissist is a boost to their self-esteem. For the narcissist, the borderline seems like someone who compliments them because they provide the attention that the narcissist needs. In the early stages of the relationship, they will happily fulfill each other's needs. But that is just on the surface. As soon as they start realizing what's missing, things can become quite unstable and volatile. The narcissist can never quite get enough attention, always craving more. If this need is not met, they become distant. This is exactly what the borderline fears most: abandonment. Then they react, creating a lot of drama. When the narcissist has had enough, they might leave, causing the borderline to beg for another chance. And so the cycle starts again. Number 3, opposites attract. Narcissists are overly confident. They believe in themselves and their abilities. They want others to notice and admire them. If they're at the center of attention, they're happy. In fact, they can never get enough attention. They are convinced of their own importance and need confirmation that others can see it too. The borderline personality has low self-esteem and easily feels abandoned. They find the narcissist's confidence irresistible. The narcissist is a skillful manipulator and sees in the borderline an opportunity to control another person. The borderline will accept being controlled, preferring that to abandonment. They might become quite clingy. The borderline often experiences intense emotions. These can become overwhelming. Mood changes happen quickly for them. Because of this, they have trouble with their relationships, which leads to anxiety. There is a sense of confusion. They have to display certain social behaviors to fit in socially, but this is not their true self. Sometimes they excel at being like a chameleon, adapting to fit in. But because of their intense emotions, inevitably, they will snap. The narcissist who doesn't have empathy won't care when that happens. Number 2, confirming their beliefs. Both believe that the narcissist is wonderful and the borderline isn't. Both put the narcissist on a pedestal and describe anything that might go wrong, whether real or not, to the borderline. So they are in full agreement about their roles in the relationship. For a period of time, this can work for them, but at some point the borderline will start resenting the narcissist because of the way they are treated. And still, it is more likely to be the narcissist who ends the relationship because of their perceived hurt. Number 1, wanting more. The narcissist can never quite get enough attention and admiration, and the borderline always needs more love and affection. Because the narcissist is manipulative and exploitive, this can become a never-ending vicious cycle. The narcissist understands the concept of empathy, but they don't feel it, so they have trouble expressing it. Most of the time, the borderline is happy with it because they believe that they don't deserve to be loved. If their lack of self-belief is a result of childhood trauma, they would need to do a lot of work to overcome this. And this may or may not happen, depending on their awareness of reality. And if you like this video, then check out these related videos to see more. And make sure to like this video to let the algorithm know you'd like to see more videos like these.